Welcome to a place where hearts unwind, infinite threads that gently bind, love and compassion in every line. Together we rise through space and time.
Hello again, my friends. Welcome back to Infinite Threads. I'm Bob, and this is episode 72. Today I want to share something that lifts my spirits, and I hope it'll lift yours too. We talk a lot here about ripples, about how one act of love, one act of compassion can move outward and change lives. But sometimes that can feel a little abstract, right? Like, sure, that sounds beautiful, but does it actually happen? Can one small choice really change the world? Oh, yes, it can. And today I want to tell you a few stories that prove it. On December 1st, 1955, a tired seamstress named Rosa Parks refused to give up her seat on a segregated bus in Montgomery, Alabama. Now, we know how history recorded that moment, but think about it from her perspective. She wasn't a political powerhouse. She wasn't trying to start a movement. She was just tired. Tired of injustice, tired of giving in, tired of pretending inequality was normal. Her single act of resistance didn't stop with that bus ride. It sparked the Montgomery bus boycott. It helped fuel the civil rights movement. It led to sweeping changes across America and inspired human rights movements around the globe. One choice, one woman, one ripple that became a tidal wave. In the late 1930s, as Hitler's shadow spread across Europe, a young British stockbroker named Nicholas Winton visited Prague and realized Jewish families were in grave danger. He wasn't a politician. He wasn't a soldier. He was just a man with a conscience and a willingness to act. Winton organized a rescue effort that saved 669 children, bringing them safely to Britain before the Nazis sealed the borders. He didn't even talk about it for 50 years. It wasn't about glory. It wasn't anything like that. It was about doing what was right, quietly, lovingly, when it mattered most. Today, the descendants of those children number in the tens of thousands, many of which have saved many people themselves through being doctors, firemen, or what have you. One person's compassion did that. One ripple across generations. And here's what moves me most. Neither Rosa Parks nor Nicholas Winton set out to change history. They simply answered the moment in front of them with love, with courage, and with a belief that small actions matter. And because they did, entire nations changed. New generations grew up free to dream bigger. New movements were born, all because someone made a single choice rooted in love, not fear. Now maybe you're thinking, well, Bob, I'm no Rosa Parks or Nicholas Winton. And that's okay. They didn't start out trying to be historic either. You don't have to save hundreds of lives or start a movement to matter. You just have to act with love where you are, right now, with the people right in front of you. Because you don't know whose life you're changing. You don't know what courage you might awaken in someone. You don't know who's watching you love bravely and finding the strength to do the same. Your ripple might seem small, but so did theirs at first. If there's one thing I can hope you carry with you today, it's this. One choice can change the world. One heart can start a revolution. One act of love can echo across generations. You might never see the full reach of your kindness, but love doesn't ask you to see the finish line. It only asks you to take the next step with open hands and an open heart. Thank you for being part of this thread. Thank you for believing, truly believing, that love moves mountains. It always has, and it always will. Until next time, love boldly, act bravely, and always stay connected. I love you guys very, very, very much. And you know what I need you to do? Go pass that on. Later, Gators.